I have a late developing opinion. For me, this is my late developing opinion.
An opinion or a reality?
I guess it's a reality.
I'd call it a bleak outlook.
So this is like, it's been slowly dawning on me. I know it's dawned on the rest of you a long time ago, and people have been saying this is not new for you, but it's new for me, and it's a dawning reality that I've been fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. But very simply, I've resigned to the fact the Patriots are really going to suck, and they're really going to stink for a while. Like you know me, I've been saying this forever, that I've always had it in my head that they would just be one of those teams that keep it going. And when I say keeping it going, I don't mean
Super Bowls.
I don't mean that. I mean where every week matters and every game matters. It's just there are some franchises that have done that. The Steelers, the Packers. If I think harder about it, I could find a couple others. Maybe like the Ravens in the last 20 years. I don't know. Like, I'm just talking out loud now. But you know there are teams that have been able to do that. And if they, quote-unquote, bottom out, it's just a year, and then they're kind of right back. That would be the Ravens. Or that would be the Steelers. It's just, I just thought you would be one of those teams. Last year would be it. You know, I never thought last year would happen, frankly. You'll never get to, were they 4-13 or 5-12?
4-13.
4-13.
Said you'll never be 4-13 with Bill Belichick. He's too good. His floor is too high. He'll coach you up against the bad teams, and you'll be 8-9. Like, that's the worst. And you'll go up from there, and every week will matter. Every game will matter. You'll always at least be in the hunt. So I didn't think last year would happen. But I don't know why it didn't dawn on me that they suck. Like, I don't know why it's taken me so long just to look at them and go, they are a million miles away. They are an expansion team. They're an expansion team, Mazz, on the offensive side of the ball.
Yep.
No quarterback, no coaching staff, no offense, no tackles, no number one receiver, no number one tight end currently under contract,
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry, Jesus. Hunter Henry is a free agent. No coordinator, no coaching staff, no quarterback, no number one receiver, no number one tight end, no left tackle, no right tackle. They are a complete and utter expansion team on that side of the ball. And on defense, I think they have a good defense, but guys are up, and Bedard is saying now just let him go for the comp picks. Like, it's just, it hasn't occurred to me. I'm not ready for it. I don't want it. This sort of long rebuild from the very bottom, piece by piece, year by year. I am so not ready for it. But it's where we are. I don't know why it hasn't occurred to me.
Yeah, it could be a rough spot, but here's the thing. I mean, teams that you would have looked at as expansion franchises in recent years. Let's use the Houston Texans and Cincinnati Bengals as examples. If you win the lottery ticket of finding the quarterback, you're back in a matter of a year.
It's their only hope.
It is their only hope, but it can happen. I mean, I would have thought the Houston Texans were going to be one of the more terrible teams for the rest of my life, but they hit on the quarterback in C.J. Stroud. They found a new coach and a guy that you probably would have looked at, or at least I looked at last year. I'm like, D'Amico Ryans, what the hell's he know?
But you know that Houston's a wild aberration.
Well, I was going to say, and I'm sorry to cut you guys off, and now I have to take a closer look at the Houston Texans, which I've never wanted to do ever once.
Well, we're in charted waters now.
But I was going to ask you, this is my question. Did they have pieces in place?
Yeah, well, the receivers, yeah.
Some of the receivers, yeah.
Before they drafted C.J. Stroud?
Tunsil, the
tackle?
The tackle, yeah.
So, what did they have in place? Because the Patriots have nothing.
Zero.
On that side of the ball.
Nothing in place.
Zippo.
Nothing.
Houston had some of the framework, yes.
Okay. And I would guess, and I'm sorry again to cut you off, that the teams you're talking about, those sudden turnarounds, had been building for a bit or had something in place. Maybe the coaching staff, maybe the quarterback, maybe a tackle and some receivers. I don't know. Now I got to start looking at that to give myself some hope.
The Bengals thing, I think, if I recall, because I remember looking at this, because I'm trying to think of comps because I knew we were going to be talking about this. Their 3 bad years were 6 wins, 4-2. It was bleak for a few years, but then they got Burrow and turned things around. And that's the Bengals with one of the
Okay.
cheapest owners in the league. So if
3 years.
can you deal with 2 or 3 bad
No!
years? Oh, geez. I mean,
6, 4, and 2? That's what you had to do? No. Nope. I don't want it. I don't want to do it. Nope.
I mean, I don't blame you. Again, it should never come to that. Ever. In this
So you're the
in
freaking Bengals. You know, the Patriots are their organization is so overrated. So overrated. So that's how you're going to get good. You're just going to be the Bengals. Great. Good job. Let's write a book about that. When's the DVD out on that? We're just going to suck for 3 straight years and hope the right quarterback comes the right year. Oh, that's brilliant.
What's Benedict's book's name again? Dynasty?
Did they learn that one at Harvard Business School? That's what we're doing?
How about travesty?
now they've had some issues with spending here, but they're not like a coupon clipping owner like it is in Cincinnati, and you don't have a nut owner like David Tepper. I mean, it can be worse, Mike. This is the thing. I get it. It looks bleak. I'm not going to try to like paint a real sunny picture here, but there are ways out, and it is worse in other places.
It's just, even if they draft the right quarterback, they've got to sign 2 or 3 receivers. They've got to get 2 tackles. 2.
And the free agent market sucks.
And now the draft is good for tackles. Okay, so maybe one of them, but then you're not drafting the court. Like, who's coaching them? What's their system? Do they know? What are they going to do?
Well, that seems a little odd. Yeah, there's no real path there.
Like, I think this is worse than an expansion team.
It's bleak.
Let me tell you why I think this is worse than an expansion team. Because an expansion team starts from ground zero. No one's in the building. So you get to start from scratch, as our graphic says there, and completely start with one vision, one system, one group of coaches, one thing. The Patriots are not doing that. This is piecemeal. This is some guys from the old regime, some guys from the new regime. And I don't know why. They don't want to pay off contracts. They don't want to go through the work of restaffing the whole building. I don't know.
That part I hate.
But they got this guy from the Belichick tree. They're looking at this guy from the McVay tree. They got these personnel guys still in place, but something new's coming after the draft. I don't know. They're not starting with one unified from scratch thing from the ground up. It's easier, analogy time, to tear down the house and build it from ground up than it is to renovate.
Correct.
You're tiptoeing around all the things that are there. You better just blow it up and start from the bottom.
That's what I would wish they would do. With Bill out, that's what I thought that they would do, but it's piecemeal. That part's annoying.
No, what they're doing is they're electing to keep the first floor, knock off the second. They're going to renovate part of the basement. It's exactly that. It's exactly what they're doing.
So it's like I just haven't a long, drawn out rebuild. Ugh. I never thought I wasn't ready for it. I don't want it. But, Bedard's saying this, sell off piece. Don't even buy, should they re-sign Duggar? Well, how come they aren't re-signing Owenu? Michael Owenu, a big fat guy in the middle of the line where you think Greg Bedard would say, this is a guy, day one, a free agent, you lock this guy up. Instead, Bedard says, the way it's going, you might as well just let him go and take the comp pick, which is end of the 3rd round, which is like the 99th pick. So, that's in that range.
It's right around 100.
So that's what we're doing. Oh, my God. Really? God, are you overrated? So let's just be the Jaguars and suck and suck and suck and suck. And hopefully you draft the right guy in the right year. That's the master plan. I could have done that. Why do you have all this pontificating from the organization about all of our business methods and all the things that we do with our other business? This is what you do with your other businesses? Drive it into Chapter 11 so you read, or what? Like, what? This is what you do? Oh, give me a break. So I'm pissed. Like, because I as much as you think out there, I don't like the Patriots. I hate the Patriots, blah, blah, blah. I want them to be good, just like you, for different reasons.
I'm glad you're finally bringing this to the air, because the people should know the last couple of days behind the scenes during commercial breaks, you're like Ziggy over there with the cloud over your head, like the Patriots are going to suck. It's cathartic for you to get this out.
We'll never make it. We're doomed.
And I don't know why it never occurred to me. They have so far to go. They're not even close. They haven't even really started. They haven't even gotten to the bottom yet. Like they got to. I think they got to let some other contracts run out and some other things have to sort of play out before they really start building up.
The crumbs of Bill being left around, sons, friends of Bill, like that. I
Why don't they just get rid of everything? Do they not want to pay him off?
No, that's probably what it
part of
is.
yeah.
Or
I mean,
it's
again,
too late, or what? Like,
No, the damage of the Belichick era is not completely gone yet just because he walked out the door. Like, again, just simple name, Devontae Parker. They're paying him now. He's still going to make money this year. You got to keep him.
is Juju Smith-Schuster under contract too?
I believe he is.
Yeah, I think for 2 more
So
years.
I just
or
have
at least
thinking
1.
about this stuff. So it's Smith-Schuster, Devontae Parker, Tyquan Thornton, Demario Douglas, who we all like. Travis
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry.
The effing quarterback might be back. Who they should cut ties with.
So like they're not. This is worse than an expansion team because they haven't gotten to the point where they can just start fresh and start building from the ground up. They're still waiting to see what's here and what's not.
They have not scraped the bowl yet.
Oh my God, that sucks.
You got to scrape the bowl.
That sucks. And that's where they are. I got it. Okay. I got it. That's where that's what we're looking at. Like, is there a path there if they just sign their guys on defense and they have a top 10 defense and they just don't turn the ball over on offense? Just do the thing that Bill wanted them to do. Like, you get to 7 wins and like have a December game that might, if I do some heavy path math, if this happens and that happens and 14 different things happen, I can get to a meaningful game in week 2 of December 10th. Can I get to that?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Well.
No.
If they draft well, they got to nail this draft.
I mean, my answer is no. I think you're looking at 6-11 at best.
I think 0-17 is in play for next season.
I'm not going that
No.
far.
Okay, so I know your thoughts on this. I didn't realize it was this bad till I just thought about it for a second. Could it be worse? These guys seem to think it could be worse. Or there maybe is an example of a team